Yo, so if you didn't know, LSU beat the brakes off of Iowa in the national championship game, women's basketball. And Caitlin Clark, who used to do the little John Cena move earlier in the tournament, got the favor returned to her by Angel Reese when Angel did it to her and then pointed to the ring like they because they was closing out the game. And everybody lost their lily white minds. I mean, called this girl everything but a child of God. You know what I'm saying? Keith Olberman called her a effing idiot. The Barstool Sports guy called her a classless piece of, like, y'all just went in. But the golden moment was when she responded, I guess after the game or whatever. This is what she had to say.
This is for Baltimore. This is for the SEC. This is for everybody that doubted. This is for the girls that look like me that said that they can't do this. Y'all told me to calm it down. Y'all criticized me all year. I'm her. I'm telling y'all, I'm the Bayou Barbie, period. I was critiqued about who I was. Nobody, the narrative, I don't fit the narrative. I don't fit in the box that y'all want me to be in. I'm too hood. I'm too ghetto. Y'all told me that all year. But when other people do it, y'all don't say nothing. So this was for the girls that look like me, that's going to speak up on what they believe in. It's unapologetically you. And that's what I did it for tonight. This was for it was bigger than me tonight. It was bigger than me. Twitter is going to go in a rage every time. And I mean, I'm happy. I feel like I've helped grow women's basketball this year. I'm super happy and excited. So I'm looking forward to celebrating it in next season.
Say it's cool when they do it. You know what I'm saying? I love my black women, man. I love them. Too hood, too ghetto, all of that. Loud. We love it anyway. Y'all get on our nerves sometime, but we love you just the same. You dig what I'm saying? And I love how she put it right back in their face. And then put the mirror in front of America so y'all can look at yourself and see how y'all be acting when the difference is a white and a black. Because y'all be swearing that the racism don't exist. But black folk know it's there. It's always there. It don't go nowhere. We just have to deal with it all the time. But I love when that mirror show up for y'all. Because just as quick as she did that, she was all the wrong names in the book. Ghetto, classless, piece of ish. You know what I'm saying? Just attacking, man. Attacking her for what? For breaking records? They broke the record as far as the men's and women's. The points scored in the game. They broke records on as far as how many people were viewing the game. I didn't personally see the game, but I'm just they was breaking records and making history. And then got us all talking about it. Because hey, if it's entertaining, it's going to get more people to tune in. This is the biggest problem, like one of the biggest problems I have with the discrepancy between men's basketball and women's basketball. The pay gap exists because of the viewership is not there. So if you get more of this, more people will tune in. They broke records on how many people tuned in this time. And just like she said, she's growing women's basketball. So what is the problem? Especially when her white counterpart did the same exact thing and somehow nobody sees a problem with this. Dave Portnoy is still doubling down and repeating his talking points on this like it. Matter of fact, I'm going to play what Dave had to say right here.
I fundamentally deny. And I think you're basically lying if you're saying what Caitlin Clark did and Angel Reese did are the same thing. They're not. I like trash talking. If you hit a big shot in the moment, or you're talking in the moment, back and forth, and you do this, or whatever, you talk, I don't care. That is not what Angel Reese did. Angel Reese, they're up 15 points. We have a side-by-side. She followed her after the game was over, doing this to her, doing this. Find me one example in any sport of anybody after somebody wins a championship, confetti coming down, not a close game, and find me a player stalking the best player on the other team. It does not exist. It does not happen.
The way he describes it, it didn't happen that way. The game was still going on. There was no confetti falling down. And she walked past her. They were walking past each other, and then she did the gesture as she was walking, as she had passed her or whatever. She didn't follow her around and do the jet. Like, what are you talking about? Dave is not giving this up. He's not letting this go. He still is trying to stick to his point. But this is the type of white people. I'm not saying all of y'all, but this is the type of white people that we constantly have to have these silly conversations with. Because if you don't admit that there's a problem, then we can't even begin to discuss how to fix it. That's why it's kind of pointless talking to people like this about situations like this, because they're going to just keep living in their whitewashed world as far as how they see it, and they're going to keep trying to make a reason for something to be wrong with what Angel Reese did. But you heard no clamoring about this move throughout the tournament. As far as they said, Caitlyn did this a few times. This wasn't the only time she did this. But somehow when the black girl does it, they just can't stand it. You understand what I'm saying? And so Gilly and Wallow have came out to express their disappointment in Dave. Dave is the, I guess, president of Barstool Sports, but they don't, Gilly and Wallow, $1 million worth of game, they don't work for him. They have a partnership. So they came out and expressed how they not rocking with what he's talking about. But, I mean, he's not backing down. And he probably won't. But it is what it is. We don't expect people like this to back down unless something like their job or money is threatened. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only way you can really solve that. But, I mean, people just have to look at the black and white of this. Because it is there. It's always going to exist. And listen, trash talk, this is some of the lightest trash talking there's been. And if you're looking at basketball, like, I mean, you go back in the day with Larry Bird and Michael Jordan and, you know what I'm saying? Gary Payton talking junk and Shannon Sharp, one of the best junk talkers of all time. Like, come on, man. It's part of the sport. It's competitive. I'm going to admit, I did a video a while ago where I don't like that it's seeped into the kids' level of sports. It just makes me sad to watch kids emulating this type of thing. But when we're talking about grown men and grown women, I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, like I said, if this is going to get people watching women's basketball more, then what is the problem? I mean, I want y'all to get some more money just like anybody else. But I'm just going to be real when we're talking about it. You can't get no money until somebody start watching. And I'm sorry, hey, it got me talking about it. I didn't even see the game, but all the controversy and then hearing Angel Reese talk just made me proud, man. Made me proud that they won a championship. Made me proud that she's being her. It made me proud because listen, we got all shades and colors and types of black folk that there are. And yes, some of them women can be a little overwhelming at times, but they are women and we love them. I know I do. You know what I'm saying? I know they love us and all of our good and terrible ways as well. But we keep picking at each other to grow. So hopefully we hear points that black women are making about us. And hopefully our black women hear points that we're making about them. But at the basics of it all, I was very proud to hear her sit on that panel and talk about how they treated her all year, how they kept picking at her. And I mean, she fine with that. She fine with not checking all of their boxes. And she still got to where she want to be. You understand what I'm saying? Being her and living her dream and working hard. And she got a championship. And I hope that she makes it to the next level. And I hope by then it's more viewership and it's more money for her to get. And you know what I'm saying? It just made me proud. Made me real proud, man, to see her be able to shine a light on the constant racism that's always there. And then also to for her not to be broken or hurt by whatever they've been saying all year. You understand what I'm saying? Take the punches, keep rolling, keep focused on your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Angel Reese, man, and the LSU Tigers for that win. It was a great win for them. But this your boy Pete Camp. Let me know what you think, what you don't think. Get at your boy.